hello there. And we are live. See ya, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to a new show, yeah, that me and my brother Yeti I've just packaged for you guys, people. It's a new one, yeah. Later on, the modalities will be done. We'll have to make sure that we do it on a channel and definitely kind of like share it. Yeah, exactly. Broadcast on the next channel. But for now, it's 1 week on my channel, 1 week on his channel. So today, I wanted it to be on his channel for the first one. Because I really respect Yeti, and he has been one of his old friends on YouTube. But it is what it is. Next week, I will go down to enemy territory at the cave, people. People, welcome my co-host on this new show, Paint YouTube Red, people. No other person, yeah, fresh from winning in the people, yeah. I know they're not in the Champions League. I know they're in the Europa League. Fresh from that win in the Europa League, people. Fresh from dismantling Liverpool, people. Welcome to the show, the flamboyant people. Longhaired Yeti is a friend of mine. He gets a po. Yeti, you're welcome to the show. Talk to these people, my guy.
How you doing, matey? Good to be back on the Tony Claude Gunner TV. Obviously, when I first started, we did a lot of like watch-alongs together and things like that, and I wanted to get something sorted out eventually, but you know, kind of how it goes. And I decided the other day that let's just paint YouTube red and let's just have a Forest Arsenal podcast type thing. And it's an absolute pleasure to be on here again with you, mate. And I like what you're doing, like the show that you did just now as well. And bro, I'm on cloud 9 with what's going on at the minute. Absolute cloud 9. I know you're on cloud 10 or cloud 11 or wherever
I was, bro. We'll talk all about that. Yeah, we'll talk all about that. Yeah, Yeti. You played in the Europa League against who, though? Who did you play against?
Malmo, mate. Malmo.
Against Malmo, yeah. Good.
Yeah.
That was a good win. I mean, that's a Swedish side. I won't be over the top and say that Malmo is kind of like, you know, European royalty. Historic. I can't say that, but
it was that was a win. It was
yeah. It has that history to it.
That's the team.
Can you explain that history to us, though? Because that is something to learn about.
We beat to win the European Cup for the first time in 1979. We won it 1-0. Fantastic move by Robertson, who was a fantastic player anyway. You get him up against the fullback, and he was going. And gets the cross in, and Trevor Francis is on the back post, ready to head the ball in, and we win it 1-0 and become European champions. And afterwards, we say there's no way we could go and do it again. And then what did we do? We went and did it again in 1980 and kept it. And the team we knocked out first was Liverpool when they was like the big dogs. We knocked them out. So, I don't think Liverpool want to talk about Forest at the minute, though, do you?
Yeti, I mean, we will delve into that European League stuff here, but again, there is no way. It would be so disgraceful and shameful for us to start the show without talking about your win against Liverpool, brother. I mean, we have to talk about it, bro. We have to talk about it. What a game. What did you think about that goal? I mean, I went down there to your channel to spy on your antics. I mean, to spy on your on your antics in that game, in that watch along, bro. What a scene in your channel. People, I mean, Yeti, talk to these people. Let us know how you felt in that matchup. What was the talk going all around before you went to Anfield? Were people saying you were going to get a smashing? And how did you feel towards that? And when you got that 3-goal win, including your big, tall monster of a defender, Murillo, getting on the score sheet, I mean, what would you say about that win, bro? Big win at Anfield.
Absolutely amazing, and it's the start of something. It's not finished yet, but it's the start of something, and it's also a double on Anfield, on Liverpool, sorry, at Anfield. And I don't think anybody expected us to like go there and beat 3-0. But at the end of the day, like I said from the start, we've got to weather the storm, which we did. Which there weren't that much of a storm, to be fair. Yes, like Liverpool fans have said, we had all the play. You know how you hear it all the time. Oh, we had all the play. We had all the play. Kids, if we score and we win, then having all the play doesn't matter, does it? They had like 7 corners, I think it was. Then we got one and scored from that corner. So we've actually started scoring from corners. It's always massive to beat a team like Liverpool, and that's nothing against a team like Liverpool. It's just one of the big dogs that you want to get one over, and especially at Anfield. And with Liverpool, they've got no ideas whatsoever. And the thing is, I saw your discussion with Yasser about the low block, or somebody said in the chat about low block easily beatable. And I completely agree with that. I've said that for a while now. If you want to beat the problem that they're not beating the low block nowadays is that regimented in the way they play. They stick to the way they play. If you get players going into different positions and pulling people out of position and all that kind of stuff and making them make a mistake because they've not covered that side or whatever, then you can get something out of the game in that respect. It's not easy. It's difficult with a low block, but I think players nowadays are too regimented. And Liverpool, I mean, Isaac got one chance and he fluffed it in the box. That was it. There's nothing there. And for a team like Liverpool and the fans, I mean, I've seen the meltdowns. I mean, I've watched them over and over and over again.
Oh my days, bro.
They're just
the meltdown is out of this world, bro. It's completely shocking, bro. You won't even believe it that this was the team that actually won the Premier League just last season, bro. I mean, Yeti, yeah. How do you see a team that just won the league title last season? I mean, what is that dynamic of you? I mean, winning the league last season, and then you're coming into the season and you're losing to a team in Nottingham Forest 3-0 at home at Anfield. I mean, a fortress, or a former fortress, and you're losing to Nottingham Forest, who at the time was really staring relegation battle in the eye at the time. I mean, how do you reconcile this, bro? How do you reconcile it with what Liverpool is going through?
Well, basically, I mean, there's been people say about the Diogo Jota, and I think that probably has knocked a fair few players. But for me, the players ain't buying in at all. They're not pressing. They're not getting involved or anything like that. It's all the way down to Saka. I keep saying Saka, Salah.
You don't like Saka. Come on, bro. You don't like any of my players, bro. Come on. I mean, that's why Saka is always in your mouth, bro. Come on, bro. We know you don't like Arsenal. I know you're an Arsenal hater.
I don't like his goal courts, mate. I don't mind the player. I think the player is a good player. I don't think he's world class. I think he's well off that. He can get.
We'll talk about Arsenal later on, but let's keep going with this first.
They just keep going down to Salah, and it's not kind of working. And then they just stay outside the box, and there's nothing really there. Their corners wasn't very good at all. They're not buying in. They're sticking to the same thing. I think buying Isaac was a big mistake, because I think Ekitike was actually doing some really good stuff before Isaac came in. And our Ekitike sort of got left out of it a little bit. And Isaac's not really doing anything for an £150 million player. And some of they're just not it. They're just not it at the minute. And they can turn around as much as they like and say, how could we be losing 3-0 to Nottingham Forest? This is disgraceful. It's because you're shit. It's because you were shit. That's why you're losing 3-0 to Nottingham Forest. Let's get it right.
Yeah. Yeti, you are now on a big streak right now, Let's call a spade a spade. All games, I mean, in 7 games, you've only lost 1. Let's get that perspective. correctly. Yeah. Big up to Carl Rossi. A historically significant win, definitely. Yeti just took me through that history, and of course that's why Yeti is also here to give us a bit of that, that little piece of history down there. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't ask you about anything in Europe, would I? To be honest.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure. But Yeti, in 7 games, yeah, you've only lost once, bro. That game was an away game down there at Bournemouth, yeah, where you lost 2-0 to Bournemouth, yeah, when you played them. That was around October. By the end of October, that's when you played that game, bro. That was the last game you lost, bro. I mean, since then you've been able to string up a draw and a win in Europe right now. You've been able to smack up Leeds at home on home turf. You've been able to smack up, of course, Liverpool. You drew with Manchester United, and even previously, you actually beat up FC Porto in the league phase, of course, down there in Europe. Of course, that's after coming back from back-to-back losses against Newcastle. And the next one was, I think, against Chelsea, where you lost before the streak of wins started coming up. Yep. Right now, what is your logical positioning to where Nottingham Forest belongs with where your players are right now and your manager right now?
Honestly, I mean, the Dyche effect is in full effect. Let's put it that way. It's pretty much the opposite thing to what I said about Liverpool. Our players are buying in. They are actually buying. They're buying into Sean Dyche, and they are all working hard, and they're all working as part of a team. There's some games where we have to weather the storm, and then basically then we can go and do our stuff. We're now started to score goals as well, even from corners, and actually defending with corners as well, which was one of our biggest major things. We've got a bright young talent in Anderson who is just looking off the scale. That guy is got world class written all over him eventually. Eventually. Not going to say now, but he has got it coming up. There's no doubt. He's just a quality player. Everybody's working for each other. The players that we're bringing in, Murillo, Milenkovic, I mean, come on, man. That's a great back four. Nico Williams, I know when he's fit, he's out for a long time, but when he's fit, he's absolute quality. This Savona guy that we've brought in is absolute quality as well. We are picking up really, really good players. Sangari has come on leaps and bounds. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You look at the Malmo game, right? Malmo didn't really offer a lot at all, but it was important for us to get the win. Not just because it was Malmo, even though it was historic, so it needed to happen, but it was also important for us to get sorted in this Europa League, because that's now put us in 16th. It's just put us into the main part, the blue part on the table. So that's actually put us into that equation as well. But I just think, mate, I just think it's all coming together, and we're just like looking like the team, like Nuno had before, where we was able to just keep going to teams, stopping them playing and then doing our stuff and all that kind of thing. We're actually looking that team again. We're actually looking where, I mean, I was so impressed yesterday that he put on different players. Because I've always said to you, and I've always said to everybody else, you've got to have competition for the shirts. You've got to have competition for the shirts. And in putting all those players on yesterday, and not one of them let us down. McAtee was a little bit stale, but he hasn't played for a while. But other than that, Yates, absolute super Yates. I mean, let's face it, Murillo, Milenkovic, all of them, they all just bought in. And I think that's the main thing at the minute. I think everybody's buying into the Dyche effect. And I think it's absolutely amazing. And I'm loving every minute of this. I am really enjoying every minute of this, because I'm seeing a team that's putting it all out there. And that's all I want to see. That's what I want to see. Yeah. We're not up to the Rangers of the Arsenals or anything like that at the moment, but it will take time. And if they can keep buying in and it can keep working out. I mean, why we got Ange Postecoglou, I have no idea.
Oh my days. To absolutely ruin everything, bro. I mean, he messed up
100%.
everything, bro. And bro, you were so angry. And again, because of course, you guys know I watch Yeti very, very well. Even if I'm not in the chart, I always watch. I go there on playback to watch what he does. But even when Ange Postecoglou came to the football club, I remember that you were very, very skeptical about him succeeding in your football club, and it came to pass. I don't know if you're a witch or of some sort, Yeti, but I mean, it came to pass, bro. I mean, it complete tactics. It lacked it. It was trying to play in a style that wasn't well suited for the players you had in your football club. And Son Dyche has just come in and just carefully, infuse his brand of football to these players. They suddenly like chaos. They're now playing long balls. They're infusing lots of stuff right now. They're fighting for the first balls. They're fighting for the second balls. They're really looking, there's that dog once again in that Nottingham Forest team again. You can now see a team of players that really want to play for the badge. And to be very sincere, that is what you want from your team, yeah? You want to see your team players, playing for the badge, for them to know the real reason why they're playing for that team. And Son Dyche just does that carefully. I mean, could you just tell us in a nutshell what Son Dyche has really brought in differently to your football club? What difference has he really brought from that of Ange Postecoglou, who came in and stank up the place? Yeah, big up to Tony Neri. Tony Neri, you always like my stuff on Instagram. Big up to Tony Neri. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you. I love, respect to Tony Neri, and of course, Carl Rossi is down here. Big up to him too.
Right, okay, so what Dyche has brought, I mean, I'm not a witch, by the way.
I know.
I prefer to be a wizard.
I'm just joking, bro.
Be a wizard. I know it's 2025, but I'm not looking to change genders or anything like that. But, Sean Dyche basically has brought in respect, and he's brought respect into the club, and he's made them realise this is Nottingham Forest, because obviously Dyche has got history with the club himself as well. Never played, but he has got history with the club. So basically, he brought in that belief that, you are Nottingham Forest. This is what people expect of you. This is, you're looking at somebody in history of a man called Brian Clough and all that kind of thing. And he brought in all that, and he's made them actually start wanting to go out there and battle a team and beat them as well. He started off by getting them to battle. They're very similar. Nuno and him are very similar. You work at the back first, and then you sort of work it out as it goes along from there. And they're just a really hard fighting team now. I mean, yesterday when I was watching that and against Liverpool, as soon as they got the ball, there's a red shirt. Well, not red because we was in white, but there's white shirts flying towards the ball.
Exactly, bro. You hardly see that with Nottingham Forest this season, bro. No? It just, Son Dyche just changed. Again, this is the thing, when a manager comes in, I think the first thing you have to do, is to first change the culture at the football club, bro.
Yeah.
The mentality. That's the first thing. Even before you even start talking about lineups, the football players per se, the framework, you first have to change that mentality. When Nottingham Forest started up the season, they were always going defensive. You just know that you're going to play against a team that was going to keep a low block. They were so timid. They never wanted to come out. They never rediscovered their mentality that got them to higher heights a season ago. Always playing on a low block. But again, right now, you can just see Son Dyche. He's just giving them that. There's that mental boost. Obviously, you can see it. It's clear. There's that mental boost. They're winning games. They're drawing games down. They're winning games. They're accelerating on the table. It's what you want to see. And Son Dyche, man, big up to you, bro. Bro, I think Nottingham Forest could end up in mid-table this season, bro. Others might not be seeing it, but I'm sorry, man. I see it, bro. That's what I see.
Oh no, I totally agree with you. I think if the feeling can carry on, and we know it can because it did with Nuno when he started to get things going. We've got no Chris Woods at the minute. He's gone under like a investigation, but we still well, I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen anything. Morgan Gibbs White a back issue as well. And I think we've got a lot of players to actually cover those spots as well. So I think we've actually got like the cover as well, just in case and all that kind of thing. And it's just working. And I think like the main thing you do as a manager is when you take over a club is you see what you've got and what you've got to work with and how well you can work with those players and what kind of style you want to play and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's pretty much what he did. I mean, and the defence last season was excellent. Yeah. So you can do the level with the defence last season. The defence now is getting right back up to that stage. And they're also getting the set pieces sorted out, and they're all trying to get a goal from that. And basically, the midfield with Anderson has been an absolute breath of fresh air. But then also Sangori as well. I mean, come on, leaps and bounds he has.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah. Absolutely insane. So I think that's what it is, basically. Everybody's like buying in, and Dyche is one of those managers that is very underrated, I think. Very underrated. Because obviously he was at Burnley and then at Everton. It didn't work out at Everton. But I said when he took over, if he can get us into a team like he had Burnley at certain points, we are going to... I mean, they beat you guys at times. He has got that ability to break up break the show and end the show, to be fair. So I think if we can keep on winning, we've got Brighton on Sunday, at the City Ground. That should be a win, really. I'm not going to underestimate any team. I never do. It's going to be a tough game. We're going to have to be there. We're going to have to put it out there. Nobody's going to be giving us anything, so we're going to have to actually want it. So
you have to want it. Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. I mean, let's take a chill pill. You have to want it. I mean, you have to keep dropping bombs here. I mean, you have to want it. I mean, that's the mentality that's really lacking these days. Yeah. I mean, people just think that you just turn up with the players and then, magic will happen. No, I mean, from the mental point of you have to want it. You have to seize the opportunity. And to be very sincere with you, that's what Nottingham Forest have done over these games. Yeah, over a 7-game stretch now. You've only lost one, and you've been able to get this point. I mean, this makes it something to desire. But Yeti, this is the bigger problem. Yeah, on the 30th of this month, this weekend, you face Brighton. Listen for the big one. The next one, you face Wolves. Now, this is where it starts getting scary. Guys, we'll just talk. This will be our last one on Nottingham Forest because likely I like this show to be something where we can touch on several Premiership sides, not just Arsenal and Nottingham Forest, to make it more interesting for you guys.
Paint the YouTube Forest, won't it?
Yeah, exactly. See, and Yeti, this is where the big problem starts. You face Everton on the 6th of December. Big game. Everton don't just throw away games. Mostly since they got into the new stadium. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. You have a big game against Utrecht in the Europa League. When you come back from that, that's when the main problem starts. On the 14th of December, you play against Tottenham in your home. Then you go away from home in the next match against Fulham. You don't do well against London teams. Let's call it spade a spade. You've always struggled. In fact, most of your games you've played. When was the last time you beat London opposition? It's one of your biggest problems, beating London teams. And again, after that game against Fulham, you have to play against Manchester City, who is hungry for those points to chase Arsenal. The big blue sharks waiting to chase Arsenal, innit? Yeah. And after that, you play Everton again. The big one, you have to now go to Villa Park again. Bro, you have nearly up to 8-9 games that are quite tough, bro. And I just really think it won't even really be on if you won the game, go take it. No, it's gonna be a big ask for you to go get those points. What do you think about your upcoming games?
Well, I mean, that's just football, isn't it? I mean, there's no easy game in the Premier League. I mean, like you said, Brighton, then Wolves. I mean, Wolves had got 2 points in the table. I still won't take them lightly. We can't take anybody lightly. When you lose is when you take a team lightly. As soon as you turn around and you're playing against, I don't know, well, let's say Wolves, and you just think, oh, we're going to win this. We're just going to turn up and win this, which Arsenal have done in a few games, let's face it. And it's like, as soon as you do that, like you've said, you've already mentioned it, you've already keyed it, mentality, yeah? And the mentality has to stay high. And the thing with Dice, it's like after the Liverpool game, he said, the players turned around to him and says, can we have a day off tomorrow, boss? And he went, no, you've got no chance. That's the mentality that you need. Work, and just keep getting it better and keep perfecting it. And all those games, regardless, Everton, Villa, Utrecht, whatever, we go out there and we put everything on the pitch and we make sure we fight that team as hard as we can. You know, I will never have an issue with my team going out and giving it everything and losing. I'll be pissed. I'll be annoyed. But at the end of the day, if you go out and give it everything, then you've just got beaten by a better team. And the thing what we do nowadays is we don't take that into account. It's like, oh, well, it's only Forest. It's only Forest. And I love it when people like Liverpool say things like that. Because old that.
Exactly. I mean, Yeti says, hold that. I mean, I like how he said it. I mean, how we should just saying this to Digispores, the mounted Tottenham Hotspur fan. I mean, I've brought you on a show with him before. And I mean, you guys had a few, words to say. It was a very funny show.
It was.
Digispores, he talks a lot. He talks lots of. Anyway, he's a sports soldier, bro. Yeti, you have a question here from no one else than the assembled, our chief and head moderator. He says, question, which teams could fall into the relegation fight and who are the dark horses for the title in your opinion? Oh my days, the assembled, you have to add that dark horses for the title, innit? Oh my days, I mean, just tighten up the screw down there. I mean, just want to pull the pants of Arsenal. But anyway, let's go down to that question. Yeti, big question. What do you think?
Who's going to fall into the relegation fight, as in not in there at the minute? Because, like, the teams that's in there at the moment, I mean, Wolves look pretty much, they're gone, aren't they?
They look bad, man. They're going down, definitely, bro. I mean, there's no coming out from that, innit?
No. Unless they can, like, get Sam Allardyce back or something.
It's one of the worst teams, bro. One of the worst teams I've seen this season. Horrible, bro. They defend horribly, bro. Bro, it's a shocking team, bro. Bro, I've never seen a team, that, bro, it's shocking the real drop off, Wolves have had, and they had such talented players that played.
If you sell good players and don't replace them, then that's it. That's what the Wolves guy Ryan was saying to me the other day. If you do that, you're screwed. You've got no chance. Leicester did it, and look where they are.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Leicester did that. Look at where they are. I mean, that's true, bro. That's true. Big up to Alderman. He says, yo, Tony, I told you I'll be here today. Yeah, big up to you, Alderman. Big up to you. That's my young friend from Finland. Big up to you, Alderman. Still on that question from the assembled. Dark horses for the title.
Dark horses for me. City, the last time I saw them, I wasn't impressed. They again did that thing where it's just, this is the way we play and that's it. Where if you're going to stand in front of us tough, we're still going to keep the ball and win the possession all game, and then cry about the fact we had the ball all game and didn't win. But it's like Chelsea, I think, looked decent as well. Looking at the game against Barcelona, I thought they looked really good. Do I think they've got what it takes to sort it? I'm not sure, because I don't think the defence is all that, to be honest, under any pressure or anything like that. I'm going to go for a real wild card and say Crystal Palace.
Crystal. Ooh, Yeti. Crystal. Oh my days, Yeti. How did you chew? How did you bite that, bro? Really? Are we doing that? But again, Yeti, yeah, this was the same problem. I mean, let's
get some clips, ain't you, Tony? You've got to get some clips.
I mean, Yeti, yeah. I mean, this statement you've just made are clippable, very clippable comments, bro. I mean, let's unpack them, yeah. Big up to AFC always. It just strolled into the borders of the show.
Yeah,
big up to you, AFC. Big up to Tony Neri. Otherman, my friend from Finland, is still down here. The Assembled is still down here. We're unpacking what he said. I mean, see, Yeti, in respect of Chelsea, and of course, I just had a show with, with a Chelsea podcast, and you've just regurgitated almost the same thing he said about that Barcelona game. I mean, Yeti, I want to be very frank with you. I don't respect European teams no more. I'm sorry. I don't respect. I mean, you could respect what they've done historically. I hear that, but it is no more what it used to be. We have the European champions in PSG getting 3 goals put at the back of the net of theirs against Sports, who I smacked up by 4-1. They literally struggled in that matchup. If not for Vitinha, who came in and saved them multiple times in that game, they would have lost that game. Bro, we're talking of the European champions per se. Bro, just look at Barcelona. Just look at Barcelona. Chelsea beating them? Seriously? Are we doing this? Really?
They didn't look very good, though, Barcelona.
Are we doing this? When we go player for player, really? Where they have Rafinha, where they have Lamine Yamal. I mean, call the names. Yeah, I mean, they have the names. What are we doing here? They're supposed to be European giants, bro. As if that is not okay. You saw what happened when Arsenal played against Atletico Madrid. I mean, bro, in our wildest dreams, we never thought that we would smack up, bro. That was a public disgrace, and a big indictment on a South American royalty in Diego Simeone. Seriously, that's what I think. You can't disgrace Atletico Madrid of, let's say, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, the way we did against them. Bro, throw that all away. Look at Real Madrid. I mean, of course, Arsenal have that tie sealed up historically, because every time we've always played Real Madrid, we've always beaten them. But yet of course, Champions League champions many times. But we did them dirty last season. Barcelona losing to Chelsea. And then Bayern Munich, the most informed team in the whole of Europe, bro, Yeti. The most informed team. People said they were going to smack up Arsenal. But look, I mean, completely disgraced. This is not a preseason game in the UEFA Champions League. How come would you sit down here and just say, these teams in Europe actually really look good? But it's not, because the stats and the results doesn't tell you that. It shows that English teams are more actually potent. I mean, we can say all these things here. Look at Inter Milan, got smacked up by the team we beat 4 goals to nil. Bro, I mean, we're not doing this. Yeti, what do you think? Big up to Jazzy is in the house. Big up to Jazz. Jazz is really Arsenal. He's down here. He says, evening, Tony. Evening, Yeti. And great chat. Yeah, big up to Jess. I mean, Jess is one of those guys, that really gave us podcasters, some of us, a real chance, a real shot, at this channel, and I mean, Yeti, I mean, we've been there before, You know,
Yeah, it
he
was
was,
like,
you know, he gave us a chance, bro. And I keep saying
it
it, you
was
know.
like Oliver Twist, mate. He held
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
we
yeah,
held
yeah,
out,
yeah.
he held out the pot and went, please,
Yeah, yeah,
Jez,
yeah,
can you give us
exactly.
some
Yeah,
more?
exactly. So that's my respect for Jez. You know, for me, he will do no wrong for me. Even if there's a
Absolutely.
wrong, I don't care. You know, I just only care about what he has actually done for me per se, and that's my respect for Big Jezza. And apart from that, he knows the Arsenal. He knows his onions when it comes to Arsenal, and he does a very great show with this guy, Dana Arsenal, Dan Ports. You know, I mean, Dan Ports invites him to some of the shows, and Jez holds his own down there. You know, great show. Big up
I
to
heard
you,
he
Jez.
just sneaks in. I heard Jez actually sneaks in. You know, like when you get onto those aeroplanes into the luggage department. I heard he did that. I don't know.
Exactly, exactly, man. He does that. He does that a lot. But again, Yeti, I just want to know, yeah, what's your standing, you know, with this European teams, though?
I'm not seeing anything that I'm massively impressed with. I mean, Bayern Munich, like Barcelona the other day, just like did not look like the Barcelona that I've seen in the past. I know they've got different players like Lamar. I didn't really see him get a lot of it. Elise was the one that stood out to me a lot more than most of them, to be fair. They didn't really offer a lot, but Chelsea all of a sudden turned it on and played some really, really good stuff. But it wasn't actually something that I would say, oh, you got a real challenge there and beat them. Same as like Malmo yesterday. It was exactly the same. Same as like the Bayern Munich game as well. Didn't really see that much from them to say it's Bayern Munich. But then again, you've also got to take into account the opposition. People look at it and go, oh, well, that team wasn't very good. Now, me personally, I don't care if someone comes to the City ground and stinks the place out and plays shit as possible as long as we win. It's not my fault you don't play very well. That's entirely up to you. But the Bayern Munich and Arsenal game, I enjoyed it actually. I did enjoy it, and I think you are giving like a lot of chest at the minute. I mean, it's a bit like when you beat Real Madrid. Oh, we beat Real Madrid. We beat Real Madrid, and then it all of a sudden fell to pieces. The way I look at it at the minute is like it's early days. I do,
but
like
Yeti, to be very fair, we still had clowns in our team. Come on, let's
oh
be
yeah,
frank with that narrative. Well,
oh,
we had
oh,
Kai Havertz leading the line. We had Fabio Vieira coming in
oh
if
yeah,
someone
fair
like
enough.
Odegaard is injured. We
Yeah,
still
you
had
managed
Kivio. I mean, we had all these clowns in our team. Let's be very frank with that narrative still, because right now we have squad depth that we never had before.
Who put the clowns in the team?
Uh, that's the manager, but really, we're not talking about the manager, innit? We're just talking about the team, innit?
You was talking about the team and who was playing. So
No,
I'm just saying, you've got to, like, I mean, look, at the end of the day, right, I say this. At this point in time, I think Arsenal are looking absolutely fantastic. Yeah. And as far as I'm concerned, it's in your, I don't like quoting this, but it's in your, no, I'm not even going to, I'm going to say it's all in your fingers. Okay. So if you let that go, that's on you. This is all yours now, as long as you can continue to do what you're doing at the moment. Yeah. Because you're playing some fantastic stuff. You're scoring open field goals or whatever you call them. And, you know, as well as the set pieces, but you are actually getting there. I mean, who cares if you score set pieces? They're goals. But at the end of the day, I think you're on to a really good thing. And like you say, you have got depth. But you know what? You know, when it comes to January, I still think you need to go out and buy one or two players that want to be part of that. So you get that little bit of competition for shirts. In my opinion, the only thing that could screw it up right now, and Assembled has already said it earlier on, it's always been my opinion. The only person that could screw it up right now is Arteta. Like with Odegaard coming back in, and then just all of a sudden, oh, Eze, you're going back to the bench.
You're going back to the bench, yeah, exactly.
That kind of thing. And if you can get Gyökeres firing, game over.
See, Yeti, yeah. I mean, you just made mention of Arsenal going back to the market in January. Typically, that's the sensible thing to do. But again, this manager was being given another 250 million to spend in the summer. Yeah, it's taken his total to over a billion since I mean, over £1 billion since he came to this football club. Let's call a spade a spade. I'm of that. In as much as I want to hail the wins, praise the wins, and be happy with where we've gotten to at this stage right now in trying to challenge on all fronts. I'm happy about that. But something in me still says, let's wait it out a bit for this manager to actually use what he's got right now to actually win the league or win something for us, rather than him going and spending more money in the transfer window. You need to. I mean, it's almost like there should be accountability and responsibility. Yeah, with what you've done. Now, the management have given you more money, showed more faith in you to go spend more of the money, even if you failed in previous season. So I personally, I don't want him to. I mean, it's a divided thing, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at Rodrigo. I want Rodrigo to come in, but yet I don't want this manager to keep on going to the market and flexing his muscles with Arsenal money when he's not going to win a title at the end of the day. Because I'm still eyeing other managers. You said?
You don't know that, do you? But I mean,
we don't know that though.
At the end of the day, if anything happens, like like this is all ifs and buts, and anything can happen basically. But you've got to have the players. I mean, I think you've got a lot more depth now than what you had before. But there is still certain players that if you lost them, you would be in trouble. Declan Rice for one.
Declan Rice, that's for sure.
Saliba and Gabriel. You know, that's Timber massively, because Timber's been absolutely amazing this season. I've watched a few. I've done a watch along on a few like Arsenal games and stuff like that, and I have been massively impressed, and I've called them exactly the way I see them, which I always do. I don't like your dark horse, never will do. Same as I don't like when my team does it either. I don't like when any team does it. I just don't think it should be part of the game, but it is part of the game, and that's it. But the thing is there's nothing wrong with finding the right kind of players that can come in and be depth, that have got the right mentality, that like Ryan Yates, for instance. Yeah, I'm not saying you get Ryan Yates or a player of his ilk, but what I'm saying is, if you've got somebody who is happy to sit on the bench and wait for his chance and all
yeah.
Then if anything does happen and you do get any massive injuries or anything, then you've got that covered. Same as the game against Bayern Munich the other day. Played Lewis Skelly. Put Lewis Skelly in, and I think it was Mosquera as well. You know, that to me is a good idea, because you've got to keep them ready to be able to play just in case anything else happens.
Yeah. I mean, Yeti, I mean, let's latch into that Arsenal team just for a while. I mean, you just talked about something very, very important, and that's having lots of options defensively. I mean, we brought in German invincible Incapi, the Ecuadorian captain. And he's looking good every game. This guy has latched onto this season. He's looked like gold, and to be very sincere with you, the price with which we're getting this guy, I mean, he came on loan, to be very sincere with you, probably we're paying something under £45 million for him, but I mean, you're now looking at it and you're saying, God, what a steal. And then you're looking at the 22-year-old international, a Spanish under 22 international we brought in from Valencia with only just 90 caps, under 90 caps for Valencia when he came on from Valencia in Spain. Yeah. And the kid is looking like an absolute still, every time we've brought him to the stage, I mean, you just look at our defensive solidity when he has come on, yeah, and you say, is this really a 22-year-old? He's coming to that Arsenal team, yeah. It's kind of like, I mean, he's just integrated seamlessly into that back four, and Mikel Arteta doing what he does has played him in all positions defensively. I mean, that guy has played left back. He's played right back. That guy, Mosquera, has actually played centre back on both positions.
Yeah,
both left, both right. He's done it. When Gabi had to go out, at the time, he's played left back. He's played right back. That kid can play anywhere across the defensive line. But this is the one. This is the one that gets me. That gets me in a state of euphoria. Yeah. Whenever any of our big wigs leave that defensive spot via injury or via a change, and any of these guys are coming on, Yeti, I don't see any drop off in terms of the level, in terms of the intensity. I don't see any of those.
I haven't seen.
I just see a like for like replacement.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, I haven't seen it. I mean, Mosquera's looked really good. I mean, in Cappy the other day when I started that, I think it was against Spurs, wasn't it? And I was saying, like, oh, I've never heard of that guy. And if I've never heard of him, I'll keep a good eye on him. Everything in the air, he won, basically. You know, I mean, there was only the mistake by Zubamendi. I don't know if anybody didn't tell him that there was players coming to him, because that's what he used to do back in the day, innit? You know, there's pass the ball as a man on, or whatever they used to say. But, you know, and he didn't realise that Richarlison, it's a shot that I don't think anybody ever would expect to hit. But, you know, he managed to do it. But then again, a lob, most players should be able to do a lob over a keeper. But this, I'll tell you one thing that does worry me a little bit. Raya. Raya, at times, is making some silly mistakes.
Oh. Yeah,
great keeper, absolutely fantastic keeper. But at times, some of his decision making is causing some issues, which you've got away with a few times.
Yeah, exactly, man. I completely agree with you. I mean, if you open your mouth, yeah, if you dare, as an Arsenal fan these days, yeah, dare open your mouth and talk about David Raya, I mean, you'll be castigated and crucified. I mean, because this guy, it's true, because this guy has gotten the golden gloves. They will just tell you, okay, look no further than the golden gloves he's gotten, even if we've not had a trophy. But again, that's a testament to the defensive solidity we've been able to build over a period of time. But he's made some very silly mistakes in it, Yeti. I mean, look at that goal that Richarlison scored. I mean, just had to loop the ball over David Raya. What a magnificent goal. But again, that's still a testament to Arsenal's defensive prowess. That Tottenham had to score the only goal outside the 18-yard box. They couldn't really manage to actually come in and actually go man for man and break down Arsenal defense or get behind our defenders to actually score the goal. But again, it is what it is. David Raya will make those kind of mistakes, mostly since Mikel Arteta has given him the license to roam about and even become a midfielder at times. And I still don't understand that. But in as much as I'm winning games, Yeti, to be very sincere with you, in as much as I'm still winning games and I'm winning these games by bigger margins, I don't really care if we concede one or two goals here and there. You know, it's bound to happen. You're going to concede goal, no matter how big your defense really is, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and the thing is, what you got to do is like you're doing, and like a lot of Arsenal fans that I know, not the top gooners. I mean, they've already won the Premier League and they're already getting the open top bus ready. But you're staying grounded, and I think that is the best thing. I mean, at the end of the day, what are you, 9 points ahead now?
We are 9 points ahead of City, but we are 6 points ahead of Chelsea, which makes this game a very important one on Sunday.
Big,
I mean, if we beat Chelsea, we go 9 points ahead of them. Big matchup at the bridge. Big, massive game at the bridge. And if we slip up to them, they get 3 points. They cut into our lead by 3 points, and from there on, it might be a very tough one to really handle from there. You don't want to give Chelsea any kind of motivation or momentum to actually start dreaming or believing that they can actually do it.
No. And the thing is, also, with it being at Stamford Bridge, then I think they will probably come right out and try and go for you, and you'll basically
I'm banking on that.
Them up. I don't see Chelsea beating you on Sunday, to be quite honest with you. I mean, it's a derby game, so obviously that makes a difference. But I just think you're on a different. It seems the worm has turned, and it seems like everybody is really, really buying in there. This is my point on Arsenal. I think everybody's buying in, and like I say, if you can get Gyökeres putting in the goals that we know he can score, and also the assists that he's capable of as well, then I think you're going to be amazing. But the thing is, if this drops, this is going to be unbelievable, because there's got to be something up there that's saying you ain't winning the title, mate. It's just not winning it, and that's it.
Yeti, there's also something here about Arsenal right now. I mean, someone talked about bottle jobs. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's AFC always. I mean, see, Arsenal fans, we bear the scars, I mean, we have the PTSD to deal with, I mean, people calling us serial butlers. I mean, butlers of the title, butlers this, butlers that. I mean, when you keep seeing that, yeah, exactly. I mean, Yeti got the bottles out, bro. I mean, it's here. I mean, with everyone calling us butlers and all this stuff, do you think this season is slightly different, though? I want to know what you really think. Like, Yeti, I mean, people would say, I mean, more podcasters mainstream media would egg Arsenal on and say, they're in the best position to win. This, that. Yeti, what do you really think? Do you really think that Arsenal is different this season, mostly with the acquisition we had? Or you think it doesn't really matter what we did? It doesn't really matter the depth we were able to secure in the summer? We're butlers, we'll bottle it again. Is that how you're seeing it?
No, because you can see a psychological shift in the way that you're playing and the way that all the teams buying in, and just how everybody's doing what they need to be doing, and everybody's getting the goals, and getting forward and just breaking teams up and things like that, and just giving them their defense a nightmare to deal with. So, like I've said, it's basically it's all in your hands, and I think the only person that can mess it up will be Arteta. And the thing is, this season, looking at this season, right, as a neutral, it would be better for me to see Chelsea beat you on Sunday, because that would make it all closer and it would make it more. I mean, I think it's very interesting at the top.
Yeah, you're gonna like it anyway. I mean, let's call it spade a spade. You're gonna like it anyway, Yeti. You know that, right? I mean, Yeti, come on, man. You know you're gonna like that. Come on, let's not do that, bro. Come on, man.
I don't like Arteta. But
oh God. I mean, you spent lots of time with Jez, and Jez doesn't like Arteta. I mean, one bit, bro. No, he's not with that Arteta thing. He doesn't, and again, when you spent lots of time with Jez, you really want one thing I know of Jez is that he likes standards, and talks about standards, because he's lived through that period. He's lived through that period. He's seen this
Yeah,
football
absolutely.
club win stuff. So definitely, when he talks about those standards, and Mikel Arteta isn't bringing them, I mean, so I mean, again, Mikel Arteta has the power to keep us in this league title hunt, or to either bottle it. It depends
Yeah.
on him. His squad selection, his substitute usability, his scalability of the game, his reading of the game management, all this stuff. And I don't even really think is even now the more better manager in terms of knowing how to rotate the team. I still feel there's a whole lot of learning he has to learn to know how to really rotate the team just a bit, give enough players who are on the fringes of the Arsenal bench to actually bed them in and give them fitness levels just in case another scary injury happens to someone like Martinelli again, or maybe an Odegaard again, and maybe an Eze. You can be able to bring in a Waneri to come and play. You can actually bring in a Max Doman to come and play. I mean, all these players, some of these players are on the fringes and they're not getting game time. Why is Waneri not getting a runner in the team? And we're now hearing he might be leaving to on loan to another team. I mean, these are the things you don't want to hear when you're an Arsenal fan. But it is what it is. Mikel Arteta would either make the season work or he will either break it. But let's look into Manchester City.
At the end of the day, he's putting the players on the pitch that are doing the job. So,
they're doing the job, innit?
If you've already done the job, then you can bring these players on, for a few minutes or whatever. I'd say 10, 15 minutes or whatever. So he's actually putting the players on the pitch to do the job. And as you know, I'm not a big fan of Arteta. I'll always give credit where it's due. I do see that he has learned a little bit on a lot of things, on some things. There was one game, I can't remember which one it was, where he went defensive. It was the one where you got the 1-1 against Sunderland. And I said at the time, you basically just turned around to Sunderland and said, "You're finished. We beat you. That's it. Game over." And I always think that's a bad decision, and he may learn from that. I don't know. But at the minute, he's got a team that's capable of winning this league, in my opinion. I still do think that that there could be 2 signings, like in January or something, just to basically have players that's there. Like Rice, you've got to have somebody that if anything happens to him, let's face it, injuries can kill any of us. Any of us get killed by injuries. And you have got depth now. There's no doubt about it. You've got depth. Timber's come on absolutely phenomenal. Calafiori is impressed me absolutely. But one thing I will say about this Chelsea game on Sunday, where Calafiori comes out of position and he starts going into the middle and stuff and leaving it to the central defender to cover that side, that could be a little bit dangerous. So I don't think he's actually going to do that. I don't think he'll actually. Well, to me, that would be crazy, because if Neto gets a run on you, or Esteban, that's going to be crazy.
But again, if we could do that to a player like Olise, in the first half, when Maslowis Kelly was on that left hand side, we saw what happened. It was clear. Yeah. It was Doc walking Maslowis Kelly, at alarming statistics, bro. Very alarming. And that's why in the first half, Bayern Munich got more traction. They were trying to engineer something, and everything they engineered in and about the box was through Olise, through the wings, because he was actually ripping apart Maslowis Kelly. But again, you could see when Ricardo Calafiori came on, he just totally blocked off Olise. Olise, he did. To be very sincere with you. Yeah, exactly. He blocked him off.
He blocked him off. You're not taking into account. This is a derby.
Let me know.
This is a derby. This is a London derby.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, that's true, though. Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is going to be a different, Tottenham, Chelsea are Tottenham, obviously, ain't going to go for anything.
But again,
Chelsea,
but again, Bayern Munich is the best team for me. But Bayern Munich was the best team in the world day before yesterday. Suddenly now, I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's a London derby these days when we're talking about the best team in the world, isn't it? We just played the best team in the world that hasn't lost a game all season. Clean sheet, bro. Enormous amount of clean sheets, W's, no draws at all, just wins. I mean, let's get it straight up. They had that Olise guy, very threatening player. They had Harry Kane, bro. Harry Kane never even had a shot on goal. I mean, bro, when was the last time you saw that Harry Kane never had a shot on goal?
No.
Just give me a game. Harry Kane never, bro, there was no chance for him to even do that.
I think what it was like the way you guys are pressing at the minute is absolutely insane. As soon as you lose the ball, it's just red and white shirts coming for you to try and get it back. And pretty much the same as what we're doing. When it comes down to like the winners of the league or whatever, if you look at the best defence, the best defence is Arsenal. So there's no doubt about that. It's closely followed probably by Crystal Palace, probably followed by us as well. I think we've got a really solid defence as well. But the rest of them just don't have that defence. And the thing is, like I say, if you can get Gyökeres firing, then you've got both sides covered. Because you've got a really good midfield. Zubamendi is looking more and more impressive all the time. Rice is just a dog. His name ain't Win. His name ain't Win, but he's the better dog that you got. I mean, no offense to Win. No offense to Win. I've never seen Win, but but he's just a dog in that midfield, and to lose him would be massive. But then again, you're talking about like injuries and things like that, which can happen to any single one of us. I mean, I don't know where we're going to finish, but one thing I do know is I'm loving the feeling of seeing my team in the shirts and fighting to keep them. And that's all I ever ask from my team. Fight to keep them, start scoring the goals, which we are doing, and we can defend very, very well as well. So, where we can end up, who knows? I'd say same as you, like about around mid-table or something like that. But we'll have to wait and see. Same as you'll have to wait and see if you're going to lift the trophy or not. I mean, the interest for me with Arsenal is Europe. I want you, well, I don't want you to, because then you can say, well, we've got one star, but I don't want that. But, it's like,
exactly,
that's my only bragging rights. That's my only bragging rights. So, I mean, I'll keep that one. Definitely. I'll keep that one.
Yeti, look at Tony Neri. Yeah, look at Tony Neri here. He says, I've said before, assembled, I expect a treble. Yeah, keyword treble. I expect a treble this year, or I want him sacked. He owes us trophies for what he's been paid. Exactly, bro. Yeah. And I'm sick of him throwing away cups. This is the big one. Cooper, big up to you. December, big up to Tony Neri. Big up to you, bro, on that one. See, Yeti, yeah. Arsenal is top of the charts in the Champions League, yeah. With the only team with 100% record. The only team that has only conceded one goal, bro. Bro, these are shattering records, bro. The only team, to only concede one goal, at this point in the Champions League and are topping with 100% record, Move away from that. Right now, we're topping the league with about 6 points, Good. Throw that all away. Maybe that doesn't matter. The EFL Cup, which is the first cup game, that would have a winner this season, which could actually spur you on to actually go get that belief, prepare your head mentally to go deeper into the season, to go win more medals or to go win more trophies. It's up for grabs, Arsenal is in 4 competitions right now, and we're looking, we're topping all of them apart from the FA Cup right now, which hasn't really started going right now. Uh, do you think Arsenal is positioned to actually? I mean, Tony Neri is talking about a treble here. Uh, should
Yeah.
we dream? Yeti, I'm not saying that we are gonna do it, but should Arsenal fans dream of a treble right now? Is that what we're owed by this manager? A treble?
It's what you're owed, but if he goes full on to it, then it could definitely be something that you can get. But I'm sorry, if you're top of the Champions League table at the minute and you're top of the league at the minute, he ain't going to be bothered about no EFL Cup or FA Cup.
You think so? Because we're favourites to win that cup, though. Anyway, with the teams there, we've beaten Crystal Palace already this season. We've smacked up Newcastle away from home. Put that into factor too. We will be playing with Chelsea. If we beat Chelsea, the way we've been beating them over the years, we've had the upper hands against Chelsea.
Do you think he wants to play all these top guys for an EFL Cup with the possibility of getting injured when you're right at the top of the table of the Champions League and right at the top of the table of the Premier League? Do you think? I mean, look. Do you think he's going to go there? Do you reckon? Never has yet.
Yeti, that's a tough one. Yeah, I mean, you have to be deep inside Mikel, inside Mikel's head to actually think of what he's going to do. But again, I mean, when you're a manager of this football club,
you've seen it before. You've seen it before.
Yeah,
if Jez was still in here, Jez will say the same thing. Assembled will probably say the same thing. And what Assembled says there, you're spot on, mate. What you're saying about the change nothing tactically, yeah, he's spot on there. He has put different players.
I mean, the only difference right now is that we've got depth in the squad now. I mean, and we've not really seen a big, huge drop off, even if most of the team players in our first 11 have actually gone down via injury, and we're still pushing on. Maybe that might just really be the difference, yeah, because in all those seasons when he was actually competing with Man City and was in the EFL Cup, or lost out to Man United in the FA Cup last season, we were still, I mean, our second string team was still a very weak team comparatively to our first team. So, but right now that we brought in a different profile of players, but at the back, probably maybe much to desire in the middle, but we brought in Gyökeres. Mind you, we're still using Merino as a number 9, and we've actually scored more goals. And he's doing all right because we're even scoring more goals with Merino right now and in that
even
number 9 slot
in the midfield.
than even Gyökeres.
Battling in the midfield is good as well.
Exactly. And again, Yeti also put this into perspective that right now at Arsenal, we have long-term injured players who are now coming back. I'll give you a big example. Gabriel Jesus is now fit, is ready to come on. I mean, people, you could actually put him in those EFL Cup games, really. And for me, I wouldn't say that's a big drop off though. Yeah, Jesus is EFL Cup level now. I mean, let's put a spade on it. If we put Gabriel Jesus in the EFL Cup, it's not much of a big drop off though, for a fit Gabriel Jesus.
Because he hasn't played a lot of football, has he?
Yeah.
He's not played a lot of football, so you've got to take that into account. And I've got a question for you, Tony. If you was in the same situation and you was a manager, and your job was to win the Premier League and the Champions League, would you really give a shit about the AFL and the FA Cup? Nowadays. I'd want to win everything. But
I know, but Yeti, I'm sick and tired of us choosing the cups that we should. I mean, the manager have tried it before, and he should learn from it, innit? I mean, he has I mean, he's gone so low, yeah. When he is going haywire for the big trophies, and for some reason disrespecting the cup games. He's done that over the years. It's not new. He's always done that. So for a change, and I keep saying this, when you acquire a big squad, you have to flex it. I mean, Yeti, see, it doesn't get better than this. When we Arsenal fans claim, yeah, that we have such a big squad right now, when we claim that we have big depth, we have the biggest and greatest depth that we've seen in the Premier League for such a long time, then I think it's right that you flex those muscles in the EFL Cups, in the FA Cup. So let's utilize it then. Exactly. Let's utilize it then.
So do I. I think it's right to flex it in that respect. But
exactly, let's flex it in that respect. Let's flex it. And again, Yeti, let's be corrected here, yeah. Arsenal have at least two. Arsenal have at least two. I mean, two like for. I don't want to put it like for like, but I want to say we now have two credible players in each position in this team right now. In other words, we have Mosquera, we have Nkapi that doubles up for Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba. Remove Julian Timber, bring in Benjamin White. We have Miles Lewis Kelly, who's also been playing, who could also play in our first 11 on a good day. You can talk about Nordgaard, but I mean, he was a captain
of you've Brentford, got a proper replacement for Rice, though. If you lost Rice,
we don't have that. That's for sure. But again, Rice is not a guy that's always injured. You also have to look at the history of the players too. Yes, it could be knackering for him to play those amounts of games, but how many times has he run down injured? That's another thing. He's a horse.
That's true. That is true.
He's a horse. He's never injured.
Yeah. And the way he plays, he plays hard, which is always going to be a possibility. I mean, if you listen to the West Ham fans, I think they said ages ago, I seem to remember, that Rice don't get injured, but when he does, it's like a big one. It's same as Murillo. You know, Murillo don't get injured, but if he does, it's
Murillo.
It's a big injury. Same as like Anderson as well. So you've got to look at it in that respect as well. Look, the capabilities are there. It's just if he goes and does it. And like I say, if in January he goes and gets another two or one,
exactly. Exactly.
Why not?
Exactly. If you use Bukayo Saka in the Champions League, you could as well use Noni Madueke in the EFL Cup. Bro, there's no excuse. If you're using Trossard the way we're using Trossard in the Champions League and in the Premier League, then you could always use Gabriel Martinelli in the EFL Cup. There is no excuses. If you're using Victor Gyökeres in the Champions League, you could always use Kai Havertz, the German donkey, or you could even use a now fit Gabriel Jesus in that number 9 position. I mean, Yeti, no matter how you check it, we now have players that can play in every position. Apart from, let me just say that Declan Rice position might be problematic to replace right now. But I mean, we do have players that could take these positions up. Waneri is still a big bet down there. We still have Max Doman who we could tuck in the middle in that number 10 position, or he could go out wide. Even it's a multifaceted player. He could also go out wide to even play if we don't have maybe a Noni Madueke.
I'm not saying we don't have it,
bro. We have squad there.
You're getting it mixed up. I'm not saying you can't do it. You can definitely do it. I mean, back in the day, I mean, Wenger used to like put the kids out for the cup competitions, and they did absolutely fantastic. And I used to love watching that. And it's like, the possibilities are there, but the possibilities are always stopped by, it's like having a door and trying to close it and having a doorstop, and the doorstop is Arteta. So it's like, it's whether he will actually go for that or he'll concentrate on the Champions League and the title. Me personally, you concentrate on all of it and you win everything you can. Anything you're involved in, you win, and that's it. And that otherwise, there's no point being in the competition, is there? But I'm not saying you can't do it. Not in any way, shape, or form. I think you've got a lot of good players now. I think you've got a lot of good depth. Like I say, Rice out would be a massive one for me. I think that would be the biggest one. Is Trossard out, or is he? He seemed to.
We don't know. And again, one of the things I've highly criticized of our manager is the way he does everything with secrecy. I don't know whether it's part of his game, his mind games, but he does it really annoyingly. We don't know the extent of injuries till date. We don't know the extent of the injury of Gabriel. Whatever you guys are seeing out there, it's all a lie, bro. It's all lies. It's not true. We're hearing 1 month, we're hearing 2 months, bro. I've single-handedly heard 1 month. Other fans have heard 2 months, bro. So we don't really know. He holds these things as serious cards, held straight right to his chest. We don't know all these things. It's all enshrouded in secrecy. Same thing with Gabriel Jesus. We're seeing videos, training videos of Gabriel Jesus looking like a beast in training, but man is not even in selection. In the substitution bench. We even seen him carrying Mikel Arteta. If you've had injuries like that and you're carrying Mikel Arteta on your back in training, then you must be okay to come on and play. But we're not seeing him anywhere in the substitution bench. So, I mean, Mikel Arteta, he holds all this injury news straight to his chest. We don't know anything. It's been enshrouded in secrecy. And it gets me mad when I think of this.
I've just checked Gabriel's injuries. Both his legs are broke. So, I mean, that'll be a good one.
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is at that point.
I'm joking. I'm joking. His legs ain't broke.
Let's just look into Manchester City, as a team. As the last one before we go. Manchester City, what do you think of that team, bro? The loss against Newcastle, by the way, I mean, you saw that game. I mean, they lost lots of chances, bro. I mean, bro, that is single-handedly one of the games I've seen that, I mean, they've lost lots of chances in that game. I couldn't believe my eyes. That should have been 5-1 on a good day, if Haaland got his shooting boots on, really. But they went on to the Champions League and lost again. And to be very sincere with you, to put this into consideration, it's better for Chelsea to be on the chase for that title with me than a Manchester City, the big blue sharks that Big Steve always talk about, rolling around and swirling around, to bite me off. I mean, what do you think? Man City dropping off points in Europe and domestically.
Well, if they manage to do it and take it off you, I mean, that's not just going to be a bottle, that's going to be a bottle with a slap in the face, mate. That is going to be a massive slap in the face. But the thing is, like, we can't take anything away from Newcastle because the way they defend is just dogged defending. They don't mess around or anything.
You lost against Newcastle, innit?
Manchester City stopped doing what they was doing. They're hitting Haaland at every opportunity, and they stopped doing it. And it's like that was what was working, and they stopped doing it. So, I mean, I know it's difficult against Newcastle, but he's quite a strong player, and he's got a bit of pace and a bit of strength about him and stuff like that. So maybe they should have done that. Doku didn't really get the ball a lot either. They was kind of kept outside the box. And I've said this, and I'll keep saying this as well. A big team killer is the counter-attack. If you low block and counter-attack, that is the killer because none of the big teams know how to work this low block. And the thing is, it's so easy to do. All you've got to do is move move around, move the players, move them out of their positions, make him scared because, like, this guy's on this side, so he has to pull out of the position, which then opens it up for everybody else to get in there. You know, it's not a difficult thing to break up, but at the minute, nobody kind of can work out how to do it. And that works for us perfectly. It worked for us perfectly with Nuno, and it works for us perfectly with Dice. We've just got to finish the chances when we get them, and that's what we'll continue to do. And when we get to your level, then this show will become an whole different scenario. Because when we get to the point of where you are, then it will become a whole different ball game. Because then
exactly, bro.
You know, is it us or is it you?
The Nottingham Forest Sharks rolling in the waters to cause Arsenal problems. How about that? Yet before we go, January transfer window, bro. By next week Monday, we would be in December, bro. Penultimate month to the reopening of the January transfer window. Let's get this fact right. Yeah, Yeti, you know you need players. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. You know you need players to come on, you know, to join to your armada of armies and give it a big shot to seeing if you could still, you know, latch onto mid-table, you know, positions or something like that, or even get conference league positions. You never know. Anything could happen. Or, you know, you might even get a bite or a crack at that FA Cup. Who knows? But this is the thing. Who are you looking on right now, for Nottingham Forest to go get? I'm not talking of the biggest of players. I'm not saying you're not rich enough to go get the biggest of players, but you know that the biggest of players would fancy bigger clubs to go to this, you know, the January transfer window. I'm talking of like someone like a Semenyo now would say, I'm going to Nottingham Forest. He would prefer a team like, let's say, maybe Real Madrid, like Arsenal, Chelsea, or something like that. So what decent player right now in the market do you think would you could bring to your team and give your team that added value to just take your team, you know, just a notch, just step up, just a notch, and get you to a more desirable position in the league?
To be honest, I mean, I don't really know, to be quite honest. I don't really go into any of that because at the end of the day, I don't watch these players week in, week out on different teams and things like that. So I can't really sort of give an answer in that respect. I would more sort of like, I think we'll probably sign about 2, 3, maybe 4 players because we always do in the window.
Oh, you think you're going to sign?
You think you're going to sign? We never let people down in the window. We always actually add something to the squad. I think we've got fair enough good cover at the moment anyway. We've got 3 strikers, well, 4 with Wonyi as well. You know, we've got the wings covered as well. Midfield, I have no issue with that or whatever. Douglas Luiz has got an hamstring injury, obviously, so we've got the injuries, but he was looking decent as well. But if I was to look at it, I think Morato's a good mid defender. I think we need kind of cover in that respect as well on the Lenkovic's side. You know, so I think there's cover there, but I'm not going to say what players because I don't know. So there's no point me sitting on here and going, oh, we're going to get Messi for like £5 because that's just stupid. Because it's like, you know, I don't know what they're actually going to do, but I know they'll have a lot of things in mind because Dyche is now the new manager and he's going to have a fair few players in mind as well. But I'm doing a really good job of dodging this question and just absolutely waffling like fuck, aren't I? Yeah, I'm doing awesome on that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. But which Arsenal players would you poach right now? I mean, to be very sincere with you, Yeti, I mean, you do know you need help with your army.
Rice.
I mean, and Nottingham Forest and Arsenal have some sort of good relations going on. I mean, to be very sincere with you, I've given you Tavares to boost your ego just a little bit. I mean, Yeti, come on, man. We've done that for you. We've given you Tavares before. How about that? Yeah, we've given you Tavares. How about that?
What I want in January is Declan Rice and Gyökeres.
Yeti, come on, man, don't do that. I mean, Yeti, we're hearing of Miles Lewis Kelly going on loan just to have game time to be considered for the World Cup. We're hearing of Waneri going on loan. Don't you think you would want to be, one of the runners up to actually look into those positions? Because naturally, Arsenal won't listen to offers from top clubs for those players on loan. They'll prefer to allow the players go to clubs that they have good relationship with. I'm not saying that we want to let them out on loan. We're just dealing with the rumors out there. I heard, when Miles Lewis Kelly wasn't considered for the World Cup squad, we were hearing that Everton and West Ham were phoning the Gunners and asking for a loan move for Miles Lewis Kelly. Even Waneri, it was all over the papers that man is even looking for game time. And if that is so, then I think if West Ham and Everton and all these other clubs are actually dialing out Arsenal and saying we want this player, Nottingham Forest could actually do more.
Yeah, 100%. But I know we will do more. I know we will actually bring players in. We've got Edu out in Brazil. So we're going to look at another few like Brazilian players and things like that. So there's a lot of players that I wouldn't have seen. So, I mean, you can call it from what's in England at the moment and all that kind of stuff. But it's not going to come from there, is it? It's going to pretty much come from like Brazil and things like that. Now, I don't know that much about like Brazilian teams or anything like that. I don't watch them. I'm not one of these YouTubers that goes, oh, well, I watched him have his breakfast when he was 3 years old and all that crap. Okay, so I don't know, but I know they'll have some kind of plan. Because you always need some kind of plan. And I reckon there'll be 2 or 3 players coming to the door. Things that Dyche wants to like maybe change it up at certain points and things like that. And just have coverage. I mean, I think we've got a lot of coverage. I think we've got 2 great young players coming through at the minute. Abbott is looking better and better all the time. On the right hand side of defence, in the centre of defence, he's looking decent as well. Sinclair, who came on yesterday, was like first game on the right hand side. He looks quite a tricky little player as well, which is cool because we're the tricky trees, so that works. But other than that, you're asking me something that I just don't really take much bother about, to be honest. The club's got it sorted. And that's all I care about.
Yeah, definitely. People. And this would, me and Yeti haven't really structured how the show is really going to be, but I'm having an idea of how I want the show to be.
Tony,
and me and Yeti would actually discuss about that later.
You're not getting away that easy. So who do you want in January? If you
Yeti, you did this to me. Why, bro?
No, you did it to me.
I wanted to run away, but you brought me back.
I'm not letting you run away.
See, Yeti, I still really do think that we need not a replacement this time. I'll be very careful with that word. Not a like-for-like replacement, but I'll be very careful with that. But I need a quality backup to Declan Rice position. Someone who could naturally play in that number number 8 role, but can bump forward, can score goals too. Yeah, even if Declan Rice gives us a lot going forward, but he's not really scoring lots of goals.
What do you think of Garner?
He's not scoring goals. I would want someone like a Vitinha. Of course, PSG won't let him go, but I want someone of the ilk of Vitinha to come in, someone who could go box to box and do his thing.
I don't. So.
Yeah, I would like someone like a Vitinha ilk type of a player, someone who could fly, who would be running in tandem with Eze, causing problems everywhere. Someone who's a little bit more dynamic, more flexible. Declan Rice is a big, tall soldier. He's big, he's huge. You can see him everywhere. Yeah, but I don't want someone who's as bulky as him. I want someone who's as flexible, who is super slim, super thin guy who could be running at you, who has technical abilities to get the ball in terms of 1v1s, 1v2s. Who could get in behind defenders and midfielders, keep possession of the ball too. Something like a Vitinha kind of a thing.
What about a Joe Ellington or a Tenori?
Joelinton is not my kind of player. He's a little bit scruffy. He's not my kind of player. I mean, he's a little bit rough on the edges. I don't like playing dirty like that, though, because I already have enough dirty players in my team already.
I'm glad you said that. Because I was just like, what? Are you serious?
No, not of that ilk. Not of that ilk. But again, I mean, another area of strengthening would be in that left-hand side. I mean, it's good to have a Trossard in the run-in, game in, game out. I mean, it's improving. It's scoring more goals too. It's adding goals to his games too, which is very nice. But Yeti, I'm all up for competition for places in this team. The same thing, the same competition, that would allow an Eze start, even if Arteta's favorite is on the bench, waiting, and who is also his captain also in Odegaard, who is back from injury, stays on the bench, watch Eze get a hat-trick, against Spurs, and was a playing substitute from the bench again in that game against Bayern Munich, watching Eze bust that number 10 position, spraying passes here and there, cutting open that Bayern Munich midfield, and actually throwing that pass to Gabriel Martinelli and also getting an assist. How about that? So we're not seeing that competition for places is also something that we should start looking at very, very, very seriously now. So, I mean, how about bringing in Rodrigo from Real Madrid for the price of 50 million euros? I mean, Real Madrid are tired, they're fed up. I mean, they wanted to expand him. They wanted to expel this guy in the summer. They sent him out to England to scout for a football club. It came down to Manchester City. It didn't come to fruition. His agent approached Arsenal, but I think Arsenal, I'm hearing lots of stuff in the Spanish news outlet Finchas that Arsenal might have done something about Real Madrid Rodrigo. I would prefer Semenyo because I think Semenyo is hungry. I don't think Rodrigo is that hungry. He's gotten Champions Leagues. He's gotten Spanish La Ligas. What else does he just want to come and get a payday? So, I mean, I'm looking at Semenyo. He hasn't won any big trophies in his life. He wants to play. He wants to win trophies. He's hungry. He's a lion. So, I mean, come on, man. I would have preferred Semenyo, but I think Bournemouth want to fleece us. They want to squeeze and squeeze. They want to squeeze any big amount of money they can squeeze away from Arsenal. I don't know, but what do you think?
Just have a drink. Semenyo is a fantastic ask, really. The thing is, the question to me was like unfair because where we are, we're not in a situation like Arsenal where you can just knock on the door and go, "Hey, we want water. Hey, we want Saw, or hey, we want Mateta." And it's like, well, they can't really fight you or anything like that. We're in a position where, if we turn around to Arsenal and go, can we have Saka? You're just going to laugh and go away. It's like we're going to have to sort of like go into the Championship, but I think we'll more go sort of into Brazil and stuff. But I think Semenyo is a massive shout. Massive shout, to be honest. If Arsenal could get Semenyo, but at the same point, Martinelli's pushed himself up as well, hasn't he? He's got like a few goals, a few really important goals as well. Yeah. So I think when it comes to, I think you've got it pretty much sorted at the minute. But I think two people to come in would be a good idea. Semenyo would be insane. Insane. He's a great player.
Yeah, but again, do you think Semenyo is a more better player than Rodrigo? I mean, technically, I think Rodrigo is a more better player, but still, I think they're of the same. I think it's the same. Semenyo could be also technical player, and he has physical presence. Also, he's a strong player. He's 6 foot plus, tall, towering. He has the physicality.
I haven't really
just
seen
enough for the Premiership, isn't it?
I've not seen enough of Rodrigo to be able to answer that, but what I've seen of Semenyo is when he gets on the pitch, he is completely 100%. I mean, look at the Liverpool game. Even though they lost, he's like, man, he was just unreal, absolutely unreal. So, not knowing that much about Rodrigo, because like I say, I don't watch every single team all the time. So I would say Semenyo, because I think you could get him as well, because Bournemouth do sell. I mean, and they do sell well as well. I mean,
they do sell. Yeah, exactly. That's a big point, though. Yeah, I mean, they sold Kekes to Real Madrid, innit? They sold Kekes to Real Madrid, right? Yeah. So I mean, sorry, to Liverpool. So I mean, they're a selling club. They're a very, very big selling club. But even if it's a selling club, they still manage to keep the core of their team still a little bit intact. Yeah, Evan Nielsen is still down there doing his thing. Semenyo is still down there doing his thing. They have a great goalkeeper, and of course, they also have a manager in Areola who knows the heck what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. I mean, Areola. I mean, it's a very scary team to play. I don't want to play Bournemouth, but you have them in your next 6-7 games. I mean, good luck to you, bro.
Mate, they are.
Good luck to you, Yeti. I don't want to be. Oh my days, bro. Do you know what it means? Seeing Evan Nielsen running circles on your defense, Semenyo running. Oh my days, bro. Murillo will have to.
Do you know what? We're not worried about those ones because we know we're going to get 3 points on January the 17th.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know what January the 17th is?
Arsenal, right?
I mean, look, I tell you what, but
we've already done you dirty this season already. Yeti, you keep forgetting, man. I mean, Yeti, you have chest for all these games, yeah. But when it comes to the doings, we always mess you up. We've already messed you up this season already, bro.
Mate, I only care about the past when I'm talking about us winning the European Cup, but other than that, the past don't matter. So I've got a feeling, right? And this is just a feeling, yeah. And if I'm a witch or I'm a wizard or whatever you've called me, yeah, it's going to be a very.
It remains a broomstick.
It's going to be a very tough game between us, and Amari Hutchinson is going to score the winner. Who was your expert?
Ooh, people, Yeti. I mean, he's done it again. I mean, Yeti, how you've not learned your lessons yet. You've not learned your lessons yet. And again, you're doing it at a time when Arsenal is now the new face, of terror in football. We are the new face of terror. This is a team of massive, weapon of mass destruction, ready to, cause pain, maximum violence, against these teams. And Yeti, I can't wait for us to move our maximum violence down to Stamford Bridge and tear down the bridge on Sunday. I can't wait. I mean, Yeti, I can't wait. Yeti, when you get to this kind of position, where you have the scalp of Diego Simeone and Atletico de Madrid in one hand, and you have Bayern Munich, German Invincibles, German anything you want to talk about them, Champions League winners, best team in the world. You have that scalp, dangling it, just shaking it and dangling it,
Tony,
you're just dangling the scalps, of Bayern Munich, and you're dangling the scalps, of Chelsea when we beat them on Sunday. Of Newcastle, all these hard teams to beat,
I need to remind
and then you walk straight in January 17th down. Oh, you'll be meeting us at the Emirates, innit? And then when you come down to the Emirates, Yeti, you're gonna read the room. How about that?
Tony, all you've just said, I've heard all before over the last 2 seasons. And you know what you got over the last 2 seasons? Absolutely nothing.
I hear you, but Yeti, this is the thing, yeah. I think this season is our season, bro. I mean, I just feel it. I feel it. I feel it. And why I feel this way is because we did our due diligence in the transfer window. If we go on to strengthen in January, Yeti, it's all over. Yeti, if we go do our due diligence in the summer, in the January transfer window, it's over. If we go bring in a like-for-like replacement for Declan Rice, yeah, and go bring in a left-sided winger like Rodrigo or Semenyo in January, I mean, brother, it's over. It doesn't even really matter if Mikel Arteta is a butler, bro. We have the machinery to just win. To just win. You said?
I've already told you, if Gyökeres gets firing the way we know he can fire, and gets his assists and his goals, it's all over there.
It's all over. Yeah, exactly, bro. I really think so. You know, and the reason why I have all this chest is just because I just feel that we did our job in the summer transfer window. And if we go and do more in the January, maybe just a signing, 1 or 2, an extra midfielder that can do the job of Declan Rice well, and just someone to just help out in that left-hand side who could also score goals too. Or Rodrigo could help out in that situation. A Semenyo can help out in that situation. Yeti, we're good to go. We're good to go. After that, we're good to go.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeti, before we go, predictions for the games. People, this is going to be a big part of this show. I'll be proposing it to Yeti. It will be a big part of our show where we'll have to look into this team.
Score prediction.
Yeah, and predict the games. Not just predict the games when maybe when we're coming off the week of the Premiership weekend. We'll also talk about these games too, to be able to give us a lot more content to go on with the show. So Yeti, we have on the 29th on Saturday, we have Brentford versus Burnley. What do you think? Prediction.
Ooh, Burnley play a really odd game, but they struggle when it comes to actually scoring. So I think I've got to go Brentford there. I think I've got to go Brentford there because that Thiago, the striker that they've got, is banging a few goals in as well. So I think I'd have to go Brentford. I'm not doing scores or anything like that, but I'll say Brentford for that one.
Brentford, yeah, exactly. Manchester City coming out from back-to-back losses, one against German Invincibles, the Bayer Leverkusen in Europe, and one against Newcastle, of course, where Newcastle smacked them up just before the internationals. They play Leeds now, yeah, and they play that at the Etihad. What do you think?
Manchester City, all day long.
You don't think these teams can actually spring a surprise? I saw a Nottingham Forest team go to Anfield and smack up. Come on, man, and smack up a Liverpool. So I mean, and Man City is coming out from 2 back-to-back losses.
Listen to me, right? Leeds are desperate for the points. And I think they will go at Manchester City and they will pick them off with getting the ball over to Haaland or to Doku. And I think they'll pick them off in that respect. So I think Manchester City
wins the game. Sunderland versus Bournemouth at the Stadium of Light. That'll be a cracking match, bro.
That is going to be a cracking match, bro. That is.
And again, Yeti, Sunderland have not lost a competitive game of football this season at the Stadium of Light. Make sense?
That's a tough one. I'm going to go for a draw on that.
Okay. That's a decent one. Everton will be at their new stadium at Merseyside against Newcastle. Big, massive game, isn't it?
That's going to be a real tough fight as well. That's going to be a good one as well. I'm going to go Newcastle, to be honest. I think they've got themselves sorted after that win on Manchester City. I think they play very hard as well. So I think Everton play hard as well, but I just think that's going to be Newcastle.
Okay. Oh, Newcastle.
Yeah.
I mean, Everton have been picking points at home, though. I mean, they're a very, very resilient side at home. I mean, they have a good home record this season, bro.
Yeah, but when you go and beat Manchester City, I think they lost against Marseille, didn't they, in the Champions League? Yeah, there'll be a reaction there. So I think that'll be Newcastle.
Okay, good and okay. Tottenham versus Fulham, the final game for Saturday. And they play at no other place than in North London.
Fulham, because everybody beats Tottenham.
Yeti taking a pop at the enemies, Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, Tottenham at home this season, they've been. I mean, it's been a horrible record at home. Shocking record at home. But away from home, it's a different thing. Yeah, away from home, they've only lost against Arsenal this season away from home. So they're a decent team away from home, but they've always struggled with games at home this season. So, bro, I'm not far from your evaluation of that game. I think Fulham wins that game, hands down, easy. Next game. Oh, okay. Listen to this: Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. Do you think they're gonna exercise the demons yet again?
Crystal Palace.
I mean, you know all about that, about the exorcisms of demons in your games, innit? So, do you think Crystal Palace is gonna exercise Man United, and it's gonna be at Crystal Palace, though?
Yeah, 100% Palace.
You didn't even bat an eye on that, bro. You just said Crystal Palace, bro.
Yeah,
okay.
Palace. I mean, look, Everton go down to 10 men, and then Everton look like the better team from most of the game afterwards. So,
exactly.
Yeah, no disrespect to Manchester United, but they just ain't it at the minute. And Crystal Palace are just on a different level, and definitely it's Sellers Park. So it's Palace.
Yeah, Sellers Park is becoming a fortress, isn't it? Aston Villa versus Wolves. I mean, that's a no-brainer, isn't it? Wolves, one of the worst sides, bottom of the league. I mean, one of the worst sides in the league, innit? I mean, you would expect Aston Villa with such a resurgent record this season to just impose themselves physically on West Ham and you know on Wolves
they're looking
and
good
deal them a deadly blow. What do you think?
They're looking good. Wolves 5-0. No, Aston Villa.
Oh my God. Yeah, are you serious, bro?
No, Aston Villa, mate.
Okay. Oh my God, yeah. I mean, this show. I mean, thank you, man. Thanks for
awesome,
allowing us to do the show together. I mean, I remember when I used to do shows with you back and forth those days. I mean, those were joyous times. I mean, so when you brought the proposition, I was like, I didn't even have to think about it. I was like, yes, I'm gonna do it, and that's because I just feel like our chemistry together is amazing. I think you could just. I mean, I'm relaxed. I could just relax and talk to you. It's just like we're just having a normal chat. There's no pressure of trying to sound like like a proper media juggernaut. No, I just have to feel as if I'm talking to my friend Yeti in the pub talking about football.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
100%.
Yeah, exactly. Yet to the next game, Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest with one R, people, because Yeti, whenever Yeti sees something like a double R in the forest, man would be like, why
No,
don't these
that does
guys know
annoy
how to
me. That does.
spell Nottingham
I
Forest?
don't. The thing is, you don't want to say what annoys you. If you say what annoys you, they'll just do it all the more. And
Exactly,
it's
bro.
like a lot of people get annoyed with this game called Notts Forest instead of Nottingham Forest. I
Yeah.
don't really share that one, but when I'm just like, you actually made an extra effort to put another R in it. It makes no sense, you know? It makes no
Yeah,
sense. You
exactly,
actually
bro.
made effort to
Yeah,
put
he
another
doesn't
R
like those things, bro. He hates it. Bro, man has confronted me before and said, bro, what are you doing? And yeah, when it's giddy and all that, yeah. Tony, what are you doing? It's a forest with one R. Oh my God, yeah, I miss you, my bro. I miss you, my bro.
Same there, man.
Yeah, the assembled says 18 likes. Yeah, big ups. I mean, 18 likes. That's great, man. 18 likes. Okay, that's great on our first show. Next week we'll be back with this show with Yeti. I'll be doing it on Yeti's channel. So we'll do it 1 week in my channel and 1 week on his channel. Or if we don't have time to do it
19 likes
in the next week, after every 2 weeks or after every 1 week, we'll definitely be doing the show. That's for sure.
Yeah, we want 19 likes next week, and then when we're back on your channel, we
Definitely,
want
people.
20 likes. And
Definitely. 18 likes, that's good on my channel. Okay, that's great. Yeti, Nottingham Forest versus Brighton. I know what you say, but I mean, let's just get on with it, innit?
Oh, not back the boys, is it? It's
back the boys, bro. Back your team.
And we beat Brighton at home quite a bit anyway. So, yeah, it's a Forest win. Forest win.
And to be very sincere, I mean, I'm not going to sound patronizing, but I mean, I do fancy Nottingham Forest to do something in this game. Number one, it's a home game. They'll be more relaxed. And again, when you're Nottingham Forest at this point, you have that. You have that flexibility to think that with Sean Dyche football being inserted and being infused into the DNA, into the nucleus of that Nottingham Forest team, you do expect them to go, to war. Yeah, you do expect it to be a war.
I bet they can't wait. I bet they can't wait to actually get to
exactly,
that,
bro. I mean, I don't want to sound patronizing, bro. Yeah, but I mean, the desire in the last 4 games, yeah, the desire I've seen Nottingham Forest play with, and to actually see that desire being matched with winning games and scoring certain goals. I mean, bro, and that's why they're growing, and that's why they've escaped, a little bit. That relegation waters, that fears that they were nursing already.
He put out a different team last night. He pretty much put out a different team, apart from Barilla and Milenkovic and one or two others.
Exactly. I got a result against Malmo. I think that's something big. I think you're gonna beat Brighton, bro, because Brighton this season have been, they've been up and down, what they normally do. And again, away from home, they've been so shy. They have a bad record away from home. I mean, I think Nottingham Forest takes this one. I swear to you. And I think it to be done easily. I mean, when you're just coming out from wins against Liverpool and a good win against Malmo in Europe, you do fancy yourself to just relax, sit back, and just enjoy the game and just take control of it. Mostly when you're at home. So Nottingham Forest for me for that game. West Ham at home, London team against Liverpool. I mean, every team wants to take a pop at Liverpool. Do you think West Ham takes a pop at Liverpool? And that's your former manager, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, what West Ham's got to do is exactly the same as what we did. They've got to weather the storm, because there is going to be a storm coming from Liverpool. So they've got to weather the storm and then try and pick them off, which is what Nuno will do. I've got to, the way Liverpool are at the minute, I've got to go to West Ham. And I can't wait for
Wow.
those reactions. I can't wait for them reactions. I give you losing against West Ham.
I like it. Always whining, man. Always whining.
God,
You won't even believe it that they even won the title last. Bro, the whining is just, I mean, it's just outrageous. It's even far disgraceful than Arsenal fans, though. You know, on AFTV, yeah. But bro, I'm sorry, but I mean, I just have to take a pop at that, yeah, innit? But, but Liverpool, do you think they sacked their manager?
They've got to. They've got to eventually. This is, I mean, look, I have respect for Liverpool, and they deserve better than what they're seeing at the minute. And this guy just hasn't got it, and I don't think he's got the players on side either. Because as soon as players,
but this is a Premier League winning manager, though.
Yeah, but look at.
I mean, when you say he doesn't have it, what do you mean by that, though? When you say he doesn't have it, what do you mean by that, though? He just won the league last season, though.
He doesn't have the ability to turn it around, and the players ain't like going out there and performing for him. Did you hear what Ange said when he? Well, it weren't Ange; it was a meme or whatever. But the thing is, none of them was pressing for him. And as soon as you see a team that's not pressing for you, not working hard for you, or anything like that, you've lost it.
You've lost
Anything you say is not going to matter.
Yeti giving us perspective into the woes of Liverpool going through the shadows, and he says that West Ham is going to pull off a win. I mean, all these teams at the bottom half, apart from or in relegation waters, yeah, apart from Wolves, are looking to scrap for points. I mean, West Ham scrapping a draw last week, probably against Bournemouth. Yeah, I mean. Bro, the way West Ham is scrappy for this point, yeah. I mean, they're looking for quick points. They're just
exactly. Yeah,
it's just like someone that has an addiction and you need something to just, scratch that itch. I mean, that's what West Ham is like right now, bro. The scratching, the grasping, they're latching onto anything. The way they held onto that draw, yeah.
Yeah, it was dogged defending money. It was crazy.
Oh my days, people. I mean, it is what it is. The Premiership is such an exciting league, yeah. People, the last one, Chelsea versus Arsenal at the Stamford Bridge. Longhaired Yeti. Do the honors, bro. Do the honors, bro.
4-1 Chelsea.
What? What? Really? Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't be doing this, bro. Come on, man.
That's how
Not on our first show together. Come on, bro. Don't do this, bro. Come on, man.
Tony. No, I heard you say 4-1 to Yasser, so I think, to be quite honest, it's a derby game, but I think you'll come out. I think you'll definitely win it, to be honest. I think you'll definitely win it. I think Chelsea are getting things sorted out, but the thing is, they haven't got the defence that you've got. Regardless of how much you talk about the defence that they've got at the minute, it is not on the scale of what Arsenal have. So I do think you will win it. Quite convincingly as well.
Wow, interesting from Longhaired Yeti. See, people, I think Arsenal is gonna win by 4-1, and it's not. I'm not feeling giddy. People will say I'm feeling giddy, and I'm underrating Chelsea. I'm not. Chelsea fans before the season never looked at their team and said, you know what, yeah, this is a team that's gonna win the league. This is a team that's gonna go into the finals of the Champions. They never did that. They never did that, bro. They never did that. So they were quite humble about the positions that we get to this season. All they wanted was just to qualify for the Champions League, then get in more players that could actually help out their team, and they're still in that rebuild. So that's what they're thinking. So it is what it is at this point here, people. I think we pick Chelsea by 4 goals to 1. That's what I think. You know, I don't think this Chelsea team have got what it takes to actually handle Arsenal and our anti-football tactics in a way. And what I call our anti-football tactics is our set piece, which is one of the parts of our weapon of mass destruction. People, Chelsea have conceded lots of goals from set pieces this season already. I don't think they're ready. I don't think they have the defense. I don't think they have the metal to actually accommodate Arsenal's set piece prowess. I think they're literally going to struggle. And if we come at them directly, you know, and they lock us up, good and okay, no problem. You know, plan B will be to use the set pieces and put them on the leash. We're going to be fighting for the first balls, for the second balls. We're going to press them. You know, we're going to be pressing them, yeah, so hard that pause people, yeah. We're going to press them so hard, yeah, that they've never seen before. It's going to be hard. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be long balls. It's going to be set pieces, free kicks. It's going to be corner kicks. A barrage of anti-football tactics and framework is going to be employed, and we're going to be shameless about it because it's a London derby, and we should be shameless. Yeah, I don't care. Set pieces, anything. Let's throw the kitchen sink on these people because after being Barcelona, they're acting giddy. They're running around saying they're gonna get to the finals of the Champions League. Yasa TV told me that they're likely to get a semi-final berth in the Champions League this season. You know, many of them are already saying that they're contenders. Arsenal put a stop to this nonsense on Sunday and extend that gap to 9 points and quiet this Londoners that have decided to step up to the Arsenal. And to be very sincere with you, Yeti, any team that stands up to us, like you likely said, they're gonna come out. Yeah, they're not gonna sit down, and defend. And that's what I want, because any team that decides to come out against this Arsenal team, it's just better for you to just keep a low block. I'll respect you if you if you just keep a low block and decide to stifle Arsenal's wide players and stifle Arsenal's attacks and bully us out the park with our set pieces, and defend astutely. I would respect you more because and you're true to your gameplay, and you know your strengths. And it's gonna be a typical story of what Yeti used to say. Yeah, Yeti taught me that. Yeah, fuck around and find out. How about that, Chelsea and something? Yeah, Yeti, talk to these people about what you got coming up, my brother, man.
Coming up, I've got the Forest game on Sunday, obviously. Probably be doing the real deal at about 9:20 if I'm going to do it tonight. We'll see. And basically, just that, really. And then just game in and just movie reviews and all that kind of thing. You know, there's a lot of things happen at the cave. It's a special place. There's only certain people get in there. This idiot came in the other day and said, I used to support Everton, but the way they're doing now, I'm going to change my team. I was like, right, well, you get the hell out of here then anyway, because I don't respect that at all. You know, if you don't go through the bad times, you don't deserve the good times. That's the way that I've always looked at it. You know, we've been through a lot of bad times. But it's Longhaired Yeti's Cave, and this is the start of the paint the tube red. I'm sure somebody else must have that name somewhere, but I can't find it. But me and Tony, it's been coming for a long time. I've been out trying to get it sorted out and everything. And I think it's been an epic show, and it's been great to be back on this channel. If we can find a way of sharing it between each other, I think it only works.
Yeah, that would be better. We might have to look at Streamlabs. We might have to look at Streamlabs too. That would be another option.
I've got an idea. I've got an idea, Tony. If I actually put into my Streamlabs, but I need an RTMP code from you, which you can get on Streamlabs because StreamYard, because I did it before. so then I can actually do it to both of us. But so I want it.
Okay,
To
I'll
be
check on that. I would actually download
Yeah.
Streamlabs. I've never used Streamlabs before.
I want it to be part of both of our channels. Not
Yeah. So I will do that. I will do that. I will do that. On the next one, I will do that so we can do it, on both channels. Before the next show,
I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Of course, me too. I enjoyed it. I mean, Yeti, 2 hours 4 minutes. Come on, man. That's content galore, bro.
Yeah,
that's content galore.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's content galore. So this is what we're gonna be doing. So, and I enjoyed it. We'll talk about the teams, and it's not just gonna be just Nottingham Forest bias and Arsenal bias. We're gonna take a pop at other teams. We're gonna look at this team, analyze some of their games and have a good laugh. Like, I want it to just be like I'm just sitting down in the cave, down there with you, like in a pub or somewhere, and just laughing and talking about football. No pressure, no other person, just me, you doing the show together, and we enjoy it and just enjoy spending time with each other and just having a laugh and and also talking more seriously about football and having a careful blend, a careful mix, and doing everything together. People, subscribe to Longhaired Yeti, the Fight Week show. It says big up Tony. I mean, me, Ola, and Yeti have done a show together. I mean, I hope you remember Ola of the Fight Week show. I mean,
of course you do. Yeah, 100%.
You remember when me, you, and him had a run-in? I mean, that's our guy. That's our guy. I mean, I love this guy. I mean, I also rate him at the same position I rate Jess in terms of help. This guy has also helped me too, bro. When my channel was just starting, and of course, he's still with Lee Gunner, and of course, he's a legend down there. Yeah,
all is awesome. He's absolutely
all
awesome.
has done his thing. I mean, he has a fight channel, but he encroaches into football and he does his thing. His respect is there. So and I told him, hey, bro, please, I need help on my channel, and he didn't even flinch an eye. He just said, hey, bro, I fuck with you. I like your person. It's good, and let's keep going. And we did the show. I respect people. That when they see your hustle, they just they just want to help, and I really respect it. Yeah. 100%. Even if you wrong me in anything, I'm always this kind of person that would look past the wrongdoing and just remember what you did for me.
Depends what you do.
I don't know if you understand me, Yeti.
I understand you 100%, but it depends what you do.
Yeah, exactly. So, people, from me and Yeti, we'll be back next week, people, for another one. And this time we will be reviewing more about Brighton versus Nottingham Forest. And we'll also talk about Arsenal, Chelsea, the aftermath. And also give you exactly what we've given you today, which is a good football talk, which is good football ideas, which is predictions for the next games. We will do that. Yeah. All on Paint. Yeah. Paint YouTube Red, people. That's what we're going to be doing. Yeah, people. 100%. From me and Yeti. 100%. Exactly. From me and Yeti.
See us next week. Praise the Lord, guys. Praise the Lord.
Exactly. Hallelujah. 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 See you guys soon, people. Peace.